Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well and in high spirits. I want to make this video to explain my absence from a lot of YouTube channels and chats. I would say that some of it is just um, a frustration with what I perceive as gaslighting, a lack of accountability and blaming others. You hear folks. An example is someone will say, I'm a conservative. And everything they have to talk about is how dumb Biden is. You never told me about your conservative policies, how they work for society. It's all gaslighting. And I see that with a lot of folks who, get called out on something righteously and they turn around and blame it on the others. Well, I have more viewers, so I must be right. No, it doesn't work like that. There's a wide path and a narrow path. So that's part of it. The other part is not based on anything negative, because I do like those channels. I do think that those content creators are good people with great messages. And I've been on those channels less as well. And here's why. So going back, I do have a video about this, that after my mom passed away, I went to the doctor and they said, hey man, you have high blood sugar. It's uncontrolled. If you don't do something about it, you're going to damage your organs, your eyes, etc. And it's not even about like being afraid to die, but quality of life. I've seen people who are diabetic have miserable lives, and I've seen people who were diabetic have pretty high quality lives because they took care of themselves. And I wanted to be in the latter group. So when I found out, I started fasting almost every single day for 18 hours. Initially it was like 14, 16 hours. Well, actually it was 18 hours, and that seemed like a lot, so I dropped to 16, and I wasn't losing any weight. So I went back to 18-hour fast daily. That was the magic number. I started dropping a couple pounds, like a pound like almost every day. And I look better than I have in a long time. I mean, I used to have this gut that stuck out. And I was watching a YouTube channel one time, speaking of, and someone said, his gut was sticking out. And if you've been around enough people who are dying, you see that happens. And I was like, oh shit. And so I don't have this big gut no more. And when I started doing these YouTube videos, my face seemed like dried out, and now it's like, even a little bit of shine to it. So I feel myself getting so much better. And before I started fasting, I had this like lethargy that I couldn't shake. My garden, I loved the garden, was being overgrown by weeds, and I just couldn't find the energy to go deal with it. I couldn't find the energy to go for walks. And I didn't have energy for anything except just sitting there watching YouTube. And that's like all I had energy for. And now, going on almost 5 months of fasting, last week I was put on this medication that was like a really low level medication that helps your body produce insulin. So I was never on insulin, never taking shots, and I took this medication figuring that I would get off it. My goal was to not be on any meds, and so that's why I was fasting. And this last week, I haven't taken the medication, and after I eat, my blood sugars drop back to normal within like 2 hours. I'm also eating incredibly healthy stuff, although I did eat two, because I couldn't control myself, Oreo cookie sandwiches. Those motherfuckers are hella good. And so anyways, but even with that, after eating, my blood sugars dropped on their own. I haven't taken no medication. And I think it's because I've lost the weight And most of my meals now are either sandwiches or tuna fish, something that involves a lot of lettuce, a lot of onions, a lot of tomatoes, a lot of jalapenos, jalapenos, as I say to be funny. Um, and I eat healthy, and it's given me like just so much energy. I'm super productive again. I'm doing push ups all the time, lifting weights, curling, going for walks, gardening. Um, I even bought an impact driver to drill. Uh, I'd say for the last 25 years, I've had an old Black and Decker drill that I bought for $5 at a yard sale, and it's got a little like 1 inch cord that you put an extension cord on. It's only got one speed, and I'm not gonna throw it away because it's been good to me. But I did buy an impact driver and a cordless drill, a nice ones, and so there's like fucking wood screws all over the place. Like I've just been like everything, bzz, 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 having fun with it, and and so I'm busy all the time. Like I'm doing the things that I used to love to do, especially gardening. Um, Always picking up my house. Right now I'm up at 3 because I'm doing laundry and opening up the house so it cools down because this heat wave has been crazy. Man, it's been crazy. It was so hot that the other day I was in a hood grocery store, and this pimp looking dude comes in buying water, talking about his girls are out there suffering. I thought, damn, it's so hot. Even a pimp's heart is getting warm. Um, that's hot, man. That's hot. Those some cold motherfuckers. Um, Anyways, that was the update. That's kind of why I'm not on YouTube as much, is because I've just started like slowly going back to the things that I really missed and were were therapeutic and healthy for me. And even the food, it's like I saw this TV show where this guy goes to Oaxaca, and he's a white dude, travels the world, and him and his girl immerse themselves with this Oaxacan family. And at the end, he's like, he doesn't understand why they're so happy. He said that most of their time is spent preparing food, like slowly cutting the cebollas, slowly cutting the tomatoes, dicing them finely. And the food, he said this is the most amazing food. But he was curious if they were happy because they didn't know anything else, or because that's the way life should be. And we're wrong chasing all these material things and other stuff that we think is going to make us happy. And so there is like a serenity in taking my time and chopping the lettuce and dicing or slicing the onions, slicing the tomatoes, the jalapenos, toasting the bread, to make these sandwiches. And I tease my kids. I'm always like, "Hey, look, this is what a meal looks like when you love yourself," because I put a lot of love into it, and it's healthy and it's delicious. And so I eat that a lot more than fast food. Like my fast food has plummeted 90% because I take the time to cook, because I got the energy. Um, I feel amazing. I really do. Um, when I first started these fasts and with the medication, like every day I had like some type of nausea, some type of stomach problems. Every day I was in pain, and I think that's balanced out. I told the doctor, I feel shaky all the time. I don't feel good. He said, eat more protein, and it's because you had these high sugar levels and your body's getting used to normal levels again. As you're in those low ranges, normal ranges again, your body will get used to it. And I think that's where I'm at, because I wake up feeling pretty good now. Like hardly no stomach issues. And some of it I think was hunger, man, because if you're not used to going 18 hours without food every day, around hour 14, 15, you feel it's not hunger because you don't get hungry really until like 12 days of not eating, like genuine hunger. Um, Everything else is cravings. And I know this because I have fasted for 14 days straight, and like read up on it extensively. So, anyways, I'm kind of just rambling. It's 3 in the morning, waiting for laundry to get finished, so I can put it in the dryer and go back to sleep. And that's just it. Just wanted to share why, I'm not out there as much. It's because I am doing other stuff that I missed, that I didn't have the energy for that I have now. I did recently finalize this letter to the Attorney General. Um, there is one, elected official that is shopping it around their district to get signatures for it. So I'm really grateful for that. I speak not highly of elected officials, but this person, she has been like just such a genuine and real person, and I'm really grateful um, that I know her and that she's helping me get signatures for this letter. I'm doing it in my neighborhood. I believe that the government is targeting black and brown communities for all the homeless shelters and sites, or the vast majority, disproportionate share. Um, and I often hear Raza talk about gentrification, not in any depth. It's like they heard it somewhere and it's just a little quick talking point. But the other side to that is that as neighborhoods gentrify, a lot of the people who were accepted in those communities are no longer acceptable, and they're pushed to other already overburdened black and brown communities. And that's the issue that I'm bringing up. I'm not anti-homeless. Homeless have been really kind and good to me often, and I met like just the most wonderful homeless people I would say arguably are better people than me. And so I'm not anti-homeless, but I am anti-racism, and there is some racism in how government is choosing to address it. Um, and so I'm really happy that I finished the letter, that I'm shopping it, I'm getting signatures for it. Um, I also have another platform, and that platform is is also small. It has more subscribers than my YouTube channel, but a lot of those subscribers are political candidates, elected officials, city commissioners, folks in positions of power who who use that platform to either share advocacy information, learn advocacy information, or teach. And that one's grown by um, I think 4 or 5 subscribers. Which, when a channel is small, it's you notice that, and you're grateful for them. And again, those are a lot of them are professional folks and governmental folks and advocates. And so when one platform is um, maybe moving slowly, I'll focus on the other one. And my YouTube channel was more trying to reach the grassroots, and that other platform just ended up working out to be followed by the grass tops. And it's cool because other people post there. So YouTube, only I post on my channel, but there I've you know um, pre-approved other folks to be authors. And so even if I'm not sharing stuff on there, other people post advocacy opportunities or stories. And so I'm focusing there a little bit. And that's why I haven't been on as much. So I do miss a lot of the folks in the chats, a lot of folks in the comments, a lot of good people out there. Um, and so I'll try to, you know, find time to pop in and show my support. Definitely gonna hit the likes for those channels that I've always gravitated to and enjoyed the content, and more than anything, valued the message they're putting out into the world. You know, it's the sincerity and genuineness of a lot of folks, and you know, I'll call out Incredible Javier. He's been one of them. Um, is refreshing. I'm you know, when I was not feeling up to, you know, being myself and doing the things I like to do all the time. And I like watching YouTube. Um, you know, during that time when I just couldn't get the energy, and was down emotionally as well, the, they were there for me. You know, they were there for me, and I'm always grateful for that. And it's you know, you got to value people like that and find time to support them. So I am going to do that. And that said, you know, much love. I hope you guys all have a good one. Starting to get sleepy again, so I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep on the couch with some some background noise. Have a good one.